Shalom. I want to start by giving all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Achakwadash. I want to give divine honors to the apostles and the elders of great male, son who taught us and me this 100% truth, according to the spirits of be Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect that they're pushing this word through the four corners of the earth in truth and sincerity. And peace and blessings to your hopeful believers out there, which are also part of the elect. To y'all say shalom. And once again, I want to say call Allah, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Forgive me the Harachak Wadash, the Holy Spirit, to do this lesson on today. Lord willing, that feeds you lamb and sheep of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. So I got a video up to the parent spirit of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And we're going to be going into, don't put your salvation in a box. Don't put your salvation in a box. Because, a lot of times, when we mention, and it's crazy because, sometimes you won't be intentionally putting your salvation in a box. When I say putting it in a box, it's just in other words, not being open-minded about salvation. And when I say open-minded about salvation, I'm talking about that different, because of course we know the initial salvation, the deliverance will be amongst us going upon what they call them UFOs, but they're chariots, they're vehicles of Yahweh Bashim Shai. That's what those are. Angels are controlling those things. So, not talking about that. We just talking about the deliverances leading up to that one. Because the Lord, and every brother walk, the Lord's going to do many different things. We know the scriptures speak about, he shall eat, but he shall be hungry. He speaks about Lord lifting up a standard. Let me get that real quick before I get this word. Shalakia. It's Isaiah 59:19. So they shall fear the name of the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai from the west, and his glory from the rising of his sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai shall lift up a standard against them. So, as the devil comes down with great wrath, even as the Lord, once he brings, as he's bringing his wrath upon his place, the Lord is going to have divine intervention. He's going to have what? Because, this is talking about when Esau come in, right? So if Esau come in on us, what? The Lord going to have many different ways brothers going to be delivered from that certain situation. Because it said he's going to lift up a standard. See? So it's going to be many different ways. And you got to always have your mind open to that and not just so geared towards, I'm going to get spiritual power, or, this is going to happen. It could be so many different ways, man. You don't want to be putting yourself, and that's what I mean when I say you don't want to be putting your salvation in a box. You don't want to have it contingent upon, these are the certain things that's going to happen to me, because when you do that in your mind, it almost becomes an expectation. Now, instead of expecting the Lord to deliver you, you're expecting the Lord to deliver you in a certain way that you would probably like, or a certain way that you might seem good. But at the end of the day, it's of the will of the Lord. First off, we hope to be of the elect, and with us being of the elect, the Lord already got it written how we're going to be delivered. Lord will be those men and the sincere sisters too. So there's certain particular ways the Lord's going to deliver brethren, and you just got to have your mind open up to your expectation going into Jacob's troubles as time comes upon earth. You know what I'm saying? Keep striving, keep doing what you need to do as a servant of Yahweh Bashim Shai. But your expectation should be that the Lord going to take care of me. The Lord going to take care of you. Just leave it at that, man. That's the expectation that the Lord going to take care of you. It could be many different ways, but the Lord going to take care of you. You see? So now I want to get the term of putting something in a box. Right? So let's see what it says. Let me see. Shalakia, got them allergies. right? This is what AI overview. It says to put someone in a box means to unfairly categorize or limit their potential by imposing stereotypes or assumptions based on limited information or preconceived notions. You see, I'm read that again. To unfairly categorize them or limit their potential. See, so if you're putting your salvation in a box, you're limiting the potential, that the different outcomes when it comes towards the Lord delivering his men. You're limiting the Lord's power. And countless times throughout the scriptures, the Lord exercises that he is far above our understanding when it comes to the things that he could do, and he's is nothing for him. So if you limiting that, you know what I'm saying, you don't want to be doing that. Because that's, first off, that's offensive to Yahweh Bashar Shai. As us being a woman of the Lord, being the Lord's woman, how would you feel if your woman limited you? She had this which these bitches be doing that. Not saying your woman is a bitch, but these women be doing that. If you got your woman, she do has her limitations on you, of course. But you wouldn't like it. You wouldn't like the aspect if she just didn't have confidence and faith that you could do anything. You want to be looked at as like a superhero in her eyes. I could do anything. That's how the Lord wants to be looked at in our eyes and our mind, that he's capable of doing anything possible. You see? Anything possible. And this is something that I've learned, what I'm saying, as I've been serving Yahweh Bashar Shai. Don't put the Lord in a box, because that's offensive. First off, you don't want to put scripture say kiss the son lest he be angry. Don't put the Lord in a box, man. That is offensive to him. And secondly, you're limiting yourself. You're limiting. If I was you, see, if you got more faith in the aspect that you could be delivered in many ways than just gearing it towards, it's only these specific ways I could be delivered. And if it's not them ways, then I'm probably not going to get delivered. Like, nah, man. We want every shot of salvation we could get. You see? So it's a healthy trait, to have an open mind when it comes to these things pertaining towards the deliverances of Yahweh Bashar Shai. Because we know they're going to happen. We just read Isaiah 59. We just don't know exactly how they're going to play out. The only one that it mainly speaks about is the aspect of when there's famine, the Lord going to take care of you. And when the second death happened, you will be taken care of. You'll be on the chairs. You'll be beamed up. Revelation 18. Other scriptures, man. So I want to get this word open-minded. So this is the etymology online. It says open-minded. It's the adjective. It says also open-minded. Having an unreserved mind. Frank Candide also having a mind acceptable to new views and not a narrow-minded. Unprejudiced. You see? So it's having a mind that's not just geared towards this is the only way. It's not being narrow. You see? Did not the scripture say narrow is the path that leadeth unto life? Right? So it's very small. You know what I'm saying? It's very straight and it's difficult. But wide to lead it unto destruction. But in this sense, you want your mind to have that wide thinking process when it comes to the deliverances of Yahweh Bashar Shai. Because the Lord could do anything, man. And that's another thing too. Let me get this real quick. Because really, man, it's just a miracle in itself that we receive this understanding. Nah, it's in James. James. This is James 1. Yeah. It says, but let him ask in faith, nothing wavering, for he that wavers is like the wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed. For let not that man think that he shall receive anything of the Lord. And the reason I want to put it is because, the Lord is going to deliver you according to your faith, you see. And if your faith is only aligned with particular things, and that's not what he has planned out for you, it can't go well. It could cause you to lose. It could sow in doubt, and you don't want that to happen. You don't want doubt to be sowed in. You know what I'm saying? You don't want doubt to creep in. You don't want none of that. You don't want none of that. Anything that's could be a hindrance towards your faith, your undeniable trust and faith in Yahweh Bashma Shai. Salaki. You don't want that. You don't want nothing that could cause your faith to be overthrown. And having an expectation that he's going to deliver you a certain way could cause that, man. It could cause that. Have you? I know y'all have your day-to-day life where you have an expectation for a certain thing and it doesn't happen. You're not just hurt. It's like a different type of hurt. You're very frustrated that it didn't happen like this, or whether it was an expectation towards an event or a particular food or a game or whatever. If it don't go like that, you're very disappointed, and in some cases, it could cause you to never try that thing again. Whether it be food or go to the event or probably never listen to a particular person again. You see? But you don't want to equip. You don't want to have that mindset when it comes to your salvation. You see? You don't want to have that mindset. So I'm gonna pull a couple of scriptures, just going into the aspect of the Lord's omnipotency, because omnipotent means all powerful, and the Lord Yahweh. And he has given that power to his son Yahweh Shai on the only beings in time currently that are omnipotent. We know that would be we know that that glory and strength will be given onto the rest of the nation of Israel. But the top of the food chain is Yahweh, because he's so powerful that he's able to give out power and still be on a whole nother level. It's just crazy, right? So I'm gonna get this what Yahweh Shai said, man. It's John 14:12. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I shall do, he shall do also. And greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father. You see? So there's going to be works that the men of the Lord are going to be doing that are not written in the scriptures. There are going to be things that the Lord is going to be doing for his men in different particular ways that is not written in the scriptures. Because it says, in greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father. So men, brethren, are going to be doing greater works than Yahweh Shai, not in the sense they're better, but due to the aspect of, the technology had advanced. So, of course, the miracles, if the left-handed advanced, that means that the right-handed had to meet it, not even meet it, it had to surpass it. Not saying Yahweh Shai didn't have that capability, but at that time, he didn't have to initiate. You get it. If you watch anime and things like that, if a dude's fighting the scrum, he doesn't have to use a lot of power. But when he fights somebody with some more strength, he has incorporate more power to that fight, more energy. Which we know Yahweh Shai didn't require no energy, but he's on another level. But nevertheless, read it again, John 14:12. Verily, verily, truly, truly, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do shall he do also, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father. See? And these works is going to be done, right? I'm going to keep going. It says, and whatsoever ye shall ask in my name that I would do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son. So these miracles, man, the Lord, you got to think about it. The same thing that happened in Egypt, that same type of, I guess you could say, attitude that the Lord had during the time of Egypt, he's coming in that same attitude now. That same spirit, as far as what? He's making a name for himself. Because we're in a time where the name of the Lord has been pushed out of the earth because of this nigga's rulership and because the sons of God been brought low. But in the times we're in, the Lord is finna what? Make a name for us. So it speaks about that in Romans. He said he gonna do all these. He raised up Pharaoh for his name's sake. So his name gonna be glorified. So that means that if the Lord's name is going to be, he wants to glorify his name, that means that the Lord going to come to show out. So when the Lord delivers his Akim, Shalakim. Let me rephrase it. We are his Akim. Yahweh Shai, we are his brother. He said he called us no more servants, but friend, we are his brethren. We are his Akim. But I was going to say, I meant to say that when Yahweh Shai comes to deliver his brethren, Akim, same thing, but he comes to deliver his elect. When Yahweh Shai comes to deliver his elect, he's coming in the name of the Father. It speaks about it in Isaiah 6:1. And what does that mean? He's going to show out. You see? As those angels are being sent to protect the elect, they're encamping around about the elect. It speaks about it in Psalm 34. Tells you about that. Them angels they're gonna be moving they're gonna be moving in the spirit of the Lord, and they're gonna be trying to show out. They're going to be trying to show out so the Lord's name going to be glorified. So that means that the miracles that we're going to see are going to be crazy, man. They're going to be crazy. Yahushua just said that we're going to do stuff he didn't have to do in that time. We're going to do that stuff now. Things that are not documented in the scriptures. So for you to have to have your mindset, that's low level, to have your mindset geared towards this is the only way the Lord can deliver me. First off, who gave you the authority to say this is the only way the Lord is going to deliver you? You don't got that authority. You really got the authority that you don't have no authority. Fuck it. I misspoke. We ain't got no authority. But you know we do have this understanding the Lord has given us. So we know the Lord. We don't got no authority, but we have what the disciples say. Through the Lord names, we could have the devils that dominion over the devils through the Lord names. That's having power with the Lord. But yeah, see the Lord, bro. It's gonna be many miracles, man. I'm gonna get these, man. This is Luke chapter 1 verse 37. It says, "For with God," let me see, Luke 1 and 37. See, this is in Luke 1, so this is talking about Slakia, right? So what happened was, you had John the Baptist. His mom got pregnant with him, and she was barren, right? I can't think his mother's name, but I know his father's name was Zechariah, right? And John the Baptist got what is called? Oh yeah, it's Elizabeth. So like it's Elizabeth, right? They was Levites. So after it was found out that she was pregnant, Mary went to go see her, Yahushua's mother. This is what she said. She said, I think it's Elizabeth said this. Yeah, Elizabeth said this. She said, "For the Lord Yahweh, Bashem Abushai, nothing shall be impossible. For with Yahweh Bashem Abushai, nothing shall be impossible." Think about that. Nothing shall be impossible. So if the Lord's on your side, the extent to the miracles that He's going to display for His elect, it's going to meet that. It's going to meet that. Nothing is impossible, right? I'm going to get this. This is Sirach, and also known as Ecclesiastes chapter 43 verse 30. "When ye glorify the Lord Yahweh Bashem Abushai, exalt Him as much as ye can. For He yet will he far exceed, and when ye exalt Him, put forth all your strength, and be not weary, for ye can never go far enough." See? And as servants of Yahweh, if we want to do. Now I want to tie this towards your mindset of thinking. Because this goes into all skills, man. How you conducting your life. Are you pleasing the Lord? You know what I'm saying? That's glorifying Him. Being a representation of that's part of glorifying Him. Chanting His names. The names, glorifying Him. Praising Him. Doing what He tells you is glorifying Him. But I want to go into the aspect of the thinking process, right? So let's say you glory in the name in your thinking process. You're saying almighty, powerful, and you trying to think of all these different words, you know what I'm saying? And all these, just trying to, praise the Lord and just show you how He's far out, pretty much. That he's not encaged in nothing. He's unhinged. He's not encaged in nothing. He's not, for lack of better words. So it says when you glorify the Lord, Yahweh, Bashem Abushai, well, it's in lowercase, so Yahweh Shai, right? It says exalt Him as much as you can. For even yet will He far exceed. So even with the type of particular miracles that you think about in your brain, that you could conjure up in your brain, you could think about, you could devise it in your brain, even with those certain miracles that you're thinking about, because you're trying to think about, the Lord can do this, the Lord can do a lot of stuff. The Lord's going to far exceed all those things, man. Even with what you think, He's going to far exceed it because the Lord's so far out, man. It's so many. It's been times that brothers done said certain things to me about how the Lord can deliver you, and I never thought about it that way. Like a brother mentioned to me one time, he mentioned at camp, actually, he had said, What if the Lord just have you eat one time in Jacob troubles and that's your meal for the rest of the walk? You good. He just make to where he put a spirit on you to where your body was always full and energetic. You didn't have that hungry flesh feeling where you had to eat something. You was good. Like, I was like, man, I never thought about that. But that just, that's why you gotta approach it with a mindset of, hey, the Lord gonna take care of me, and the Lord he gonna go crazy. He gonna show out. The Lord gonna show out, man. He gonna take care of you. He gonna show out. He gonna do above and beyond anybody's expectation because it's the Lord. It's the Most High, and He sent His Son Yahweh Shai in His authority. You see, He's going to show out. He's gonna do what nobody could think of. He's gonna do the things that Esau could never think of. We gotta think about these things, man. Cause this is a faith booster, right? This is a faith booster. It's Jeremiah 30:17. Ah, Lord, thy power, behold, thou hast made the heaven and the earth by the great power and stretched out arm, and there is nothing too hard for thee. See, there's nothing too hard for the Lord, right? With that being said, that the Lord could do many things. There's many possibilities. Remember, if you brothers are in the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you had Doctor Strange. He had looked up like 1,000, or I think he said he looked up 5,000, pretty much chances. He went into the future with the Time Stone, and he searched out how many possibilities had the Avengers came out on top against Thanos, and he said that he searched out 5,000, only found one opportunity. Well, guess what? There's so many possibilities that the Lord, has for His elect to be delivered leading up to Jacob troubles. And it's going to be specialized. So when you watch it and they tell the story, you'll be like, bro, the Lord's doing this for me. He was doing that. It's going to be so many things. It's going to be far out, man. It's going to be far out. So many things. You see? And of course, brothers will receive those things written in the scriptures, but it's more than just what's written in the scriptures. The Lord for the show out. You see? The things in the scriptures get us to the door. As far as when I say get us to the door, I mean like get us, they enough for us to receive salvation. All we need to know is that the Lord is going to deliver us. We don't need to know exactly to the T. So how did He do it to the T? That's not efficient. That's not expedient for salvation, because if it was, it would have been mentioned, but it's not. But man, when brothers how they walking, it's gonna be crazy. The Lord gonna show out, man. He gonna go crazy. You was showing, you like we just read in our Sirach, the Ecclesiastes. You was exalting the Lord all thy heart. He said he gonna far exceed it. You see, and heart mean lab. But I'm gonna finish it out. Isaiah 58. I'm gonna finish it off with this one. This is Isaiah 55:8. It says, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, said the Lord Yahweh. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts higher than your thoughts." So, just laying back off the precepts there before, man, how the Lord gonna far exceed your thoughts. He's gonna far, when you exalt the Lord, He's gonna, with all thine heart, He's gonna far exceed it. You see, because he's not, we're not Him. You see, we're not Him. He's far above us. He's far greater. He's, like I said, there's a trillion. You can't even put, there's an infinite number of possibilities He could deliver the elect. Because who could turn back His word? Nobody. So yeah, Lord willing, this is edifying through the power and spirit of Yahweh Bashar Shai. Just try to practice on, you don't want to be putting your salvation in a box, you see. That's not something you want to be doing, only having it, and this is for, anybody, that it needs to be sent to, it feeds you lamb and sheep, but I know I was going to say, like, you younger brothers, because that's something I had in mind, like, oh, it's this and that, you just coming in, certain things, you might just have your mind, oh, this is the only way, man. The Lord going to do many things, man. Don't put them in a box. Don't put your salvation in a box, man. That could lead to doubt creeping in. That could lead to your expectations not being met. That could lead to that could possibly cause you not get on the chariot, man. I'm your expectations, man. If your expectations don't get met, it's So the Lord is edifying to the back. It could cause you to get offended at the Lord. Salaki, I want to say that too. It could cause you to get offended at the Lord. So I'm in there, I was saying, call Allah, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakadash. When they get their honor to the apostles, the elder great millstone, to y'all, I'm going to say shalom.